everybody, Noreen here, and I've got the December 1, 2, 3 card for you. Now we're just a few days out from Christmas and hopefully you're all organized and ready, but if you're like me, you might have a couple of last minute things to do. I need a few cards for some friends and neighbors and also for my kids' teachers. So I want to make a few cards today, and I thought what better way to do that than with some easy kind of bulk assembly. With the 1, 2, 3 cards, typically I would use, an embellishment like a sticker or a die cut. But, once I would use that cute sticker on a card, I wouldn't have the same one unless I opened a new package of stickers or die cuts to put on the next card. So because I want them all to be, pretty much the same, and I don't want to have to kind of reinvent the wheel each time, I'm going to turn to using some punches today. And punches are a great way to make multiples of the embellishments that you need. I'm going to be using our Star Place and Punch, and I'm actually going to be using our Star Border Maker cartridge. And if you put the cartridge into the housing, basically you've got a little punch, and I'm going to be using those 2 little stars that come out from when I punch a row of borders that way. So I'm going to be using those, and I'm going to be using some of this beautiful Glacier paper, in particular this lovely sort of frosted, it looks like a pane of glass that's been frosted. So I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to use some navy cardstock and some white cardstock, and I'm also going to add a touch of sparkle with by using a little bit of the silver shimmer cardstock. These cards are great. If you haven't made them before, they are super fast. Basically, they come together with 1 sentiment, 2 paper shapes, and 3 embellishments. And this one is no different. We're going to kind of up the glam factor a little bit with these, with the silver shimmer paper. But really, they're just as fast and easy as all of the other cards. This month, the 2 shapes are a 2.5-inch square and a 3-inch square. And you can see that on the handout, I've got a vertical and a horizontal orientation for you. And I'm going to show you how to make these 2 cards in particular. Don't forget that you can always go and download this handout so that you can print it out and use it for your cards. If you're watching this inside the blog post, the link for the handout will be embedded in the blog post. And if you're watching this on the YouTube channel, then you'll be able to check the link just below this video in the description. All right, so I've got everything kind of pre-cut here. I just wanted to point out a couple of things. I don't have a sentiment. I'm actually going to be using the silver pen to write my sentiment with. And if you're, hesitant to write things on your cards, just practice a few times on, a scrap piece of paper. It doesn't have to be fancy. And just a reminder that, a single word like something like joy is really easy to write, and it will look lovely, especially when you do it with the silver pen. I've just heard as well that Creative Memories, just yesterday actually, December 18th, released a dual tip silver pen. So I can't wait to get my hands on those. One end is going to be a fine tip, great for writing, and then the other tip will be more of this bold style. All right, so let's get started. Basically, our first one is going to be, I'm going to use a white card base. I'm going to use a navy square. I'm just going to put it off to the side here. And then my frosted paper, it's got kind of a birch bark pattern on the back. I do like that as well. Okay, that goes right in the middle. And then I'm going to use a navy, well, thumbs. I'm going to use a navy punched star with a little foam pop-up square. And that's going to go right in the center here. And then 2 of these stars are going to go off to the side. I'm just going to write, I've just got the word joy here. So again, just hold it down. Just wrote that really quickly. And I'm going to use another couple of foam squares to pop up, not pop off. Pop the little silver stars up. That just gives a bit of dimension to the card and just makes it a little bit fancier. So again, 1 sentiment, 2 paper shapes, and 3 embellishments. That was fast. Second one I'm going to do is the vertical. I'm going to use a navy card base this time, and I'm going to use the frosted paper as kind of the background, the larger square. I'm just going to go up near the top here. Silver in the for the smaller square. And then again, I need my foam squares. Right in the center. And let's write, I wrote Merry Christmas on this one. Let's see how I do. Merry, let's see if I can. All right, so I've just done that. A little uneven, but again, you know, when you're giving handmade cards, part of the charm is that you've made them. It's maybe your handwriting, it's your, you know, work of your hands that you've put this together. All right, and one more star. You know, these pop-ups are a little bit bigger, and if I had time, I would just trim those out of the way. I put it just above the sentiment here. I'm wondering if I'm running out of room. No, that should be okay. Maybe I'll put it just down here below. I'm going to have kind of two down below here. And again, you can see that pop-up foam. You can see that foam square in behind there. I'm just going to tuck it around with my nail. All right, so there's the two cards. You can see how fast those come together. You know, if you want to make sure that you're getting your lines a little bit straighter, just draw a very light pencil line. You can always, you know, erase that after the fact. And if you don't have, you know, a star punch or a punch that would be appropriate for Christmas cards, maybe you have a die cut machine like a Cricut or a Silhouette, or maybe you've got a friend that has that. The other thing you could do would be to print out a variety of star shapes or tree shapes or whatever you want to use. Print them out on your computer and then just cut them out with scissors. Whatever you have to do to get, you know, enough embellishments for the amount of cards that you want to make. All right. Now I do have a little card kit this month. I'm sorry that it won't be sent out until after Christmas, but because of this pretty Glacier paper, you could probably use it as a New Year card kit. Don't forget that in order to win the card kit, all you have to do is leave a comment below. You can leave a comment on the video, on the YouTube video, and you can leave a comment on the blog. So you've got two chances to win, and I will get that off at the end of the month after I've chosen a random winner. And I know, believe me, I know that I have not been the most up-to-date person in terms of sending out these little card kits, but I promise that the October and November winners will also be going out very quickly as well. So thanks for bearing with me throughout all of this year's 1, 2, 3 cards and 1, 2, 3 layouts for that matter. This is going to be my last video until the new year. So I just want to take this opportunity to thank you for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all of your wonderful comments and support. And I look forward to working with you again in the new year. I hope you and your family have a blessed holiday season and a joyful new year. Take care. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye for now.